Look at what it says. For the law having a shadow of the good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never, by the same sacrifice which are offered continuously every year, make perfect those who approach. That was the intention of God, to make you perfect when he removed sin, because the law could not. Then would they not have ceased to be offered? For the worshiper, once purified, would have had no more conscience of sin. If he's cleansed once and forever, he will never have a conscience of sin. That was violated for 2,000 years worldwide. People have a conscience of sin. That's why they go to a mass and they confess their sins and they sacrifice. Why? Because they have a conscience of sin. There in chapter 9, it also says in chapter 9, verse 9, it says, it was symbolic for the present time in which both sacrifices are offered, which cannot make perfect regarding the conscience he who practices that service, because it consists in foods, drinks, and various washings and fleshly ordinances imposed until the time of Reformation. But now Christ has come as high priest of the good things to come by the greater and more perfect tabernacle, not made of hands, it is to say, not of this creation, and not by the blood of goats or calves, but with his own blood he entered the most holy place once for all having obtained eternal redemption. Notice that Christ did that and no one knew about it. Christ had to come for a second time in this servant so this can be validated. Though he did it in his first manifestation, it wasn't validated. That's why he says, will the Lord, the Son of Man, find faith when he returns to earth? No. How was he going to find faith if everybody had committed apostasy? Everyone committed apostasy. Even me in this veil had committed apostasy until those two angels came and opened a new and living way so that the first fruits, the blessed, can enter to God's rest and peace and honor the blood of Jesus, honor what happened and took place on the cross of Calvary. So then, you cannot take lightly this conference. You have to continue to present, because this is what healing of the people means. This is what the healing of families, this is what it means to be saved. Look at what the psalmist saw in Psalms 51, verse 1 through 5. Look at what it meant to David, the state of being a sinner. Look at what verse 1 says. Have mercy upon me, O God, according to your loving kindness. According to the multitude of your tender mercies, blot out my transgressions. Wash me thoroughly from my iniquities and cleanse me from my sin. For I acknowledge my transgressions and my sin is always before me. That is in the old covenant. Now, sin should not be always before you, but that's the way David saw himself. It says, against you only, and you only have I sinned and done the evil in your eyes, so that you may be found justified in your words. Behold, I was brought forth in iniquity, and in sin my mother conceived me.